Time varying electric field and time varying magnetic field, they are not separate, they are coupled together. They are known as electromagnetic wave, which transports energy from one location to other in form of electromagnetic waves. And you know that in electromagnetic waves, electric field vector E and magnetic field vector H, they are mutually perpendicular. So in this video, let us try to understand intuitively, in a broader sense, why E and H are mutually perpendicular in the EM wave. My dear, in our electromagnetics or electromagnetic fields, when we derive step by step the EM wave equations starting from the Maxwell's equations, for the standard case, which was the standard case generally we assume our EM wave is propagating in the positive Z direction. Am I right? And for such Z directing EM wave, in our mathematical treatment of EM wave, in our derivation of EM wave, we get X component of E and Y component of H. So mathematically we already know E and H are mutually perpendicular. But in this video, I am trying to convince you in a broader way. How can you remember more quickly? How can you remember why E and H are mutually perpendicular in a general way? My dear, you know that the complete EM wave phenomenon is basically a byproduct of these Maxwell's equations. Am I right? Maxwell proposed that based on these equations, he proposed that time varying electric field generates time varying magnetic field, and time varying magnetic field again generates time varying electric field, and the phenomenon goes on carrying energy along with it. We call it electromagnetic wave propagation or electromagnetic energy propagation. Yes or no? These equations gave rise to electromagnetic wave phenomenon. Electromagnetic wave propagation is basically because of these equations. So consider this very first equation. Basically this is the Ampere's law. Del cross H equal to epsilon 0 times del E by del T. Curl of H equal to epsilon times time derivative of E. So my dear, this equation is telling me that if at any point electric field is present and that electric field is time varying, it is a function of time, then at that same point magnetic field H must also be present such that the curl of that H would given as epsilon 0 or epsilon times del E by del T, time derivative of E. Yes or no? So this equation is telling us that in the time varying format, in the time varying case, E and H, they are related by this expression. So let's assume any point P in the space and assume that electric field is present at that point P, and let's also assume that that electric field is time varying field. It is changing with respect to time. So according to this equation, at this point P, there must also be present H. Yes or no? And that H should be present such that its curl del cross H should be like this. Yes or no? This equation is telling us that much information. Am I right? Don't go much detail into these expressions. I am just explaining you in a broader sense. I am not technically defining each and everything. I am just trying to give you an idea in a broader sense. Our Maxwell's equation is saying that del cross H equal to epsilon 0 times del E by del T. So magnitudes of E and H will be related by this relation. But by direction wise, you can conclude that if at this point P electric field is present like this, then in the same direction curl of H would also lie. Yes or no? Now, my dear, you must be known with the curl operation. Yes or no? You must have seen curl of vector field in your electromagnetics basics. Am I right? Curl operation gives us the circulation, maximum circulation of the vector field. So if A vector is any field vector, as you can see from the screen, then curl of A, del cross A, would lie, as you can see from the screen, according to right hand thumb rule. Yes or no? The fingers of your right hand, they will be along this maximum circulation of vector field, and this thumb, it will denote the direction of curl vector. Am I right? You must have seen these things in your basics. So what my point over here is, the curl vector, the direction of curl vector or del cross A, it is perpendicular to the plane of that field vector, provided maximum circulation is there. The curl vector is perpendicular to the plane of that field vector. Am I right? So come back to our case. In our case, del cross H, curl of vector field H, it is pointing along E. Am I right? So my dear, this del cross H is pointing along E like this. So the magnetic field H, it must lie in a plane perpendicular to this del cross H, as you can see from the screen. Yes or no? The magnetic field H must lie in this plane, and this plane is also now perpendicular to E. Am I right? Because our del cross H, it was pointing along E. So this plane, the magnetic field H plane, it is perpendicular to curl of H. That means it is perpendicular to E. So this is how you can say that the magnetic field vector H and electric field vector E, they lie in a mutual perpendicular direction. You know, the same result you would have got had we considered that another Maxwell's equation, del cross E equation. Am I right? So basically, in a broader picture, technically you already step by step you can derive that E and H expressions, but in a broader way you can remember like this. In an EM wave, E and H, they are mutually perpendicular because they are related by the curl operation, and because of that they lie in the mutually perpendicular directions. So let's meet in the next week with some another mind-bending concept. Thank you.